Once upon a time, in a land far away, there lived a young girl named Cinderella. But this wasn't your ordinary story of a girl living a magical life in a beautiful castle. No, Cinderella's life was filled with hardships and cruelty, for she lived with her wicked stepmother and her two equally cruel stepsisters. Every day, Cinderella was burdened with countless chores and treated as nothing more than a servant in her own home. She dreamt of a better life, a life filled with love and joy. Little did she know, her life was about to take a magical turn. One day, a royal announcement spread throughout the kingdom that the prince was throwing a grand ball. Cinderella's heart leaped with excitement, for she had always dreamt of attending such a glamorous event. But her stepmother, jealous of Cinderella's beauty and kind heart, forbade her from going to the royal ball. Cinderella was heartbroken. She retreated to her little corner of the house, a place she often found solace in during her difficult times. As Cinderella sobbed, her teardrops glistened on her worn-out dress. Suddenly, a gentle voice echoed in the room.
"Why are you so sad, my dear?"
Cinderella looked up to see a beautiful fairy godmother standing before her. She wiped away her tears and explained her longing to attend the ball. The fairy godmother's eyes twinkled with magic, and with a wave of her wand, Cinderella's rags transformed into a dazzling gown. On her feet, she wore a pair of glass slippers that sparkled in the moonlight.
"Now remember, my dear Cinderella, you must leave the ball before midnight, for when the clock strikes 12, the magic will wear off,"
the fairy godmother warned. Cinderella was overwhelmed with gratitude and joy as she set off for the grand ball. She arrived at the palace, and there, she captivated everyone with her beauty and grace. The prince himself was mesmerized by her and spent the evening enchanted by her presence. But, as the night progressed, Cinderella glanced at the clock and noticed it was almost midnight. Fear gripped her heart as she hurriedly bid the prince adieu and ran towards the exit, leaving behind one of her glass slippers. The days that followed were filled with excitement as the prince announced that he would search for the girl who fit the glass slipper. Every maiden in the kingdom tried to squeeze her foot into the dainty shoe, hoping to be the one for whom the prince was searching. When it was finally Cinderella's turn, her wicked stepsisters mocked her, for they never expected their mistreated stepsister to be the one the prince was looking for. With a breathtaking ease, Cinderella slipped her delicate foot into the glass slipper, and it fit perfectly. The prince's eyes widened with joy as he realized he had finally found his true love. He instantly recognized Cinderella's kindness and pure heart that shone through her eyes. They stared at each other, their hearts overflowing with love. Cinderella's stepmother and stepsisters could no longer mistreat her. As they begged for her forgiveness, Cinderella, still filled with compassion, forgave them and welcomed them into her new life. And so Cinderella and the prince lived happily ever after, ruling the kingdom with love, kindness, and justice. The once sad girl who was kept hidden by cruelty had found her true worth and brought light and happiness to all those around her. Remember, my dear